Three armored vehicles, like steel beasts, roll side by side. But one of them carries $35 million worth of gold. How do you pull off a heist like this, in broad daylight, right under the nose of the man who owns it? Today, we bring you an action-packed crime thriller with an all-star cast. Let's rewind to a year ago. A legendary crew of thieves, led by Bridger, is in Venice, pulling off the heist of the century, stealing $35 million in gold. They pour a box of plastic explosive into a container, grab a roller brush, and meticulously paint a perfect square on the ceiling. Directly above them sits a safe holding the $35 million prize. They attach a detonator and hit the switch. The safe vanishes right in front of the security team's eyes. The guards rush out to investigate, only to see Rob making a run for it with the safe. They give chase, unaware it's all a distraction. The real safe is still underwater. Lockpicking master Bridger stared intently at the lock, under immense pressure. Lyle spots the police closing in. They've got less than 7 minutes. It's a race against death. Bridger, cool and composed, cracks the safe in just 3 minutes. The crew hastily bags the gold, straps on thrusters, and escapes, right beneath the cops' feet. Meanwhile, Rob led their pursuers on a wild goose chase, taking them on a tour through the waterways of Venice. Later, the team reunites in the snowy mountains, toasting to their victory. Bridger raises a glass to Charlie, the mastermind behind the flawless, bloodless heist. The crew dreams of how they'll spend their fortune, but one man remains eerily calm: Steve. Beneath his quiet demeanor, something sinister brews. Bridger announces his retirement. As they prepare to go their separate ways, 2 cars suddenly appear on the snowy ridge. Steve draws his gun, pointing it at Rob. His hired killers corner the team, leaving them no way out. This betrayal isn't just about money. Steve has shattered the thieves' last code: loyalty. Rob floors the car into a river, their only chance to survive, but Steve isn't letting them go. He knows, leaving enemies alive is asking for trouble. Only when Bridger's body floats to the surface does Steve believe they're dead. He takes the gold and leaves, unaware the crew is still alive underwater, sharing oxygen from the car's tanks. On shore, Charlie clutches Bridger's body, grief-stricken. His eyes burn with fury. A brutal, high-stakes revenge is about to begin. After a year of hunting, Charlie finally tracks down Steve, but the gold is locked in an even more advanced safe. He recruits Stella, Bridger's daughter, a safecracker so skilled she can open a bank vault in 10 seconds. Charlie introduces her to the team. Left Ear, the explosives expert. He lost his right ear to a homemade bomb at age 10. Lyle, the hacker who can breach any system in the world. Rob, the wheelman with killer looks and deadly charm. These individuals with specialized skills undoubtedly make the best team. They stake out Steve's mansion, observing its high-tech security, armed guards, and vicious attack dogs. Then Steve appears, sneaking a heavy box into his car. Charlie's blood boils at the sight of his enemy. Steve heads to a shadowy jewelry exchange. He's been slowly cashing in the gold, 2 bars at a time. A man who stole from the world but is too paranoid to enjoy it. The team needs a way inside. Lyle has an idea. The next day, Lyle and Rob spot a telecom repairwoman. Rob, ever the charmer, wins her over in minutes and copies her van keys. Stella, disguised as a repairwoman, drives the van to Steve's mansion. Left Ear cuts the internet line, prompting Steve to call for repairs. Rob handed her a maintenance authorization form and pinned a badge containing a pinhole camera to her chest. Stella drove to the security booth and presented her credentials. The guard showed no suspicion whatsoever, allowing Stella to enter the villa without incident. No sooner had she parked her car than 2 vicious dogs lunged at her. Fortunately, Steve appeared just in time to regain control of the situation. His eyes lit up the moment he saw the stunningly beautiful Stella. Upon entering the mansion, Steve kept bragging to her about how luxurious his house was. When Stella entered the office, she quietly opened a small adjoining room as she had suspected. Sure enough, the safe was hidden there just as she had anticipated. The alert Steve instantly caught on, hurriedly closing the door and informing Stella, "There are no cables here." Stella pretended to inspect the area, though in reality she had already photographed every detail in the room. Seeing the task completed, she signaled her teammate to plug in the network cable. Receiving the command, Left Ear swiftly reconnected Steve's internet cable.
I'm just gonna reset your...
When Steve turned on the television, everything returned to normal. Just as Stella was about to leave, she never imagined Steve was actually planning to ask her out to dinner. Staring at this wolf in sheep's clothing, her own father's murderer, Stella's heart raced. She neither flatly refused nor readily agreed, because she intended to preserve a crucial opportunity for the future. Upon returning, Lyle used the video footage to successfully model the mansion's blueprints. But a new problem emerged. The front door and the safe were miles apart. Hauling a nearly 1-ton safe to the car by hand was a nightmare scenario. Then, a breakthrough. Lyle's measurements revealed the hallway was 6 feet wide. Charlie had an idea. The Mini Cooper could fit. They loaded iron plates into the car to simulate the gold's weight and had Stella test drive it in a mock-up of Steve's mansion. The test seemed flawless, until a fatal flaw surfaced. The car's suspension was too weak. Rob brought in a master mechanic to upgrade 3 Minis. The results? More power, better durability. A week later, it was time for Steve to cash in. But as the deal neared completion, the gold shop owner let slip the Venice gold heist. Steve's instincts flared. He was ready to kill and take both the gold and cash. Just then, a car pulled up. Steve wiped his prints, grabbed the case, and bolted out the back. The newcomer was no ordinary man. He was the shop owner's cousin and the local mob boss. Seeing his cousin dead, he flew into a rage, tracked down the middleman, and identified Steve. A deadly reckoning was coming. Meanwhile, the revenge squad was ready. Steve had a candlelit dinner planned with Stella at 8 p.m., while the others would slip into the mansion in his absence. But when they arrived, disaster struck. Steve's neighbor was throwing a party. Blowing the door would draw witnesses. The plan was scrapped. At the dinner, Stella accidentally tipped her hand. Steve's suspicion grew. She knocked over a wine bottle. A signal. The team emerged and Steve froze. He'd watched them drown. How were they alive? Charlie even issued a threat. "I'll take the gold that belongs to us right in front of you." Steve stayed calm. He knew Charlie's tricks. "Then let's see what you've got." The battle of master thieves was on.
Surprised?
Just as they hit a dead end, Lyle overheard Steve planning to flee with the gold. Charlie grinned. This was their chance. They'd strike during transport. Rob worried. "There are too many routes to the airport. How'll we know which one he'll take?" Charlie had it covered. "I've already picked his route." Lyle had hacked LA's traffic lights. They'd block every road but one, and Left Ear planted explosives along it. At 4 p.m. rush hour, 3 armored trucks left Steve's mansion, with Steve monitoring from a helicopter. Lyle tracked tire pressure and ID'd truck 128, the one with the gold. With a few keystrokes, it was diverted. The trucks vanished from Steve's screens. Below, the team moved fast. Rob subdued the driver, Charlie pried open the truck, and Stella cracked the safe. It wasn't the model they expected, but she had it open in 5 minutes. They loaded the gold, now worth $27 million, into the upgraded minis and raced away, dodging Steve's hitmen with Lyle's green light escort.
Stay on him! Stay on him!
Okay, Charlie, I'm opening up a spot on Lower Grand.
When they left, he bribed the garage worker. The door opened, and there stood Charlie. Outmaneuvered, Steve snapped, gun drawn. "Who the hell are you?" a cold voice replied. "The gold shop owner's cousin." Steve's face fell. He tried to bargain. "We've got guns. Let's split it." Too late. Charlie had already cut a deal with the mob. This wasn't about violence, it was about Steve's betrayal coming back to destroy him.
Father and friend.